Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushka, and this is PUBG Mobile. Now, today we're going to be looking at tactics. We're going to be looking at how to win in Final Circle. I'm going to show you a couple of things about changing the angle of attack. And at the very, very end, I'm going to show you a little clip that was just a lot of fun. My mate Swish driving a car like an idiot. I'm a 45-year-old bloke who's pretty bloody big, and it's a long distance between the brain and the hands for me. I'm 6'5", and as I'm getting older, my reflexes aren't getting any sharper, so I've got to win. I've got to win with my head. I don't have time to sit at home listening to Drake be sad about girls that he's not going to get to meet somewhere, and all the times that he's been upset and dark and the rain's falling and blah, 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 blah. I've got to get out there and make the most of my time when I'm wrecking people. And that means that I've got to basically pay attention to what's going on around me and really make the most of the info that the game throws my way. And that means that I can't just run in headlong and try and win a hit point trade. Now, I'm going to break that quickly down for you. A hit point trade is very straightforward. It's when you just basically run into a building and count on you both pressing the button at the same time, and you trade hit points, but you've got better armor or better gear or a better gun, so you're going to win it. What I like to do, and this is something that obviously really good players do anyway, is I like to beat people by not getting hit and by hitting them. That's kind of a novel idea, but if you're with me with that one and you want to get involved with that kind of a tilt, then come along, boys and girls, and we'll talk our way through it. And let's start with this area here. This is a final circle kind of joint. There is someone down to my, I think it's my west there, who's been taking pot shots at me for quite some time, and I don't want to sit still and give them an opportunity. What I really want to do is clear the person that I believe is somewhere to the south. If I can clear the person that's to the south, then the enemy's gate is down and I can just turn right and ping the guy on my right-hand side. I've got enough hit points and enough armor, and there you go. You can hear it. He's firing at me already. I've got enough hit points, enough armor, and I've got the best weapon in the game, the AWM. So I'm pretty confident here. But this is very simple. This is straightforward. We tag that bloke once. Here he goes. He's coming. Tag him twice. We get hit by the guy on the left, and we now realize exactly where he is. There's a little set of feet coming out the side of that bush you can see there at about 2:15, 2:20. There he is. And we finish him off and it's a chicken dinner. Now that's very, very simple, very straightforward. That's having two targets in front of you and not worrying about what one is going to do until you clear the second, and taking things one step at a time. And I guess that speaks to the way I like to work in game. I like to work things through as a process. At least when I'm playing my best, I work things through as a process. I don't just sit there and go, and run in. Unless we're mucking around with mates, we're having fun, and that's what we're doing. Now, I wasn't sure where that guy was, but I knew that if I chucked a grenade, it'd probably get him moving, and then we got lucky. We put a little bit of fire into him over there, but that certainly isn't the end of the engagement. He's got plenty of time to heal that up. He probably isn't even on, under half hit points right now. So what I'm going to do here is something I do a lot of. I change the angle. I constantly change the angle. I hit the door, and then I come around here and I look in the window and see if he pops out. And then I go back and I hit the door again, and I come back and look in the window, and eventually he comes around and we kill him. Okay? And that's pretty straightforward, and it seems very self-evident and obvious when you're looking at it from this perspective, but a lot of people would just go straight in through the door or straight in through the window and turn it into a hit point trading situation. And that's the kind of thing where you give them an even break. I mean, you're making it easier on them. I like to think of it in this manner. If someone's in a house, their advantage is that they can guard one specific section of the house very, very comfortably. And if you have to go into that house, well, that's good for them. But if you don't have to go into the house, well, why give up that advantage and give them the opportunity to set and dictate the terms of the engagement? Why not just do it the way you want to do it? Now, you're going to see here, this is more or less the same thing I did in the last instance. There's someone down there in the Picado boxing arena, wrestling arena really, but we like to talk about boxing because the pugilistic arts are where it's at. Throwing hands is a national pastime in Australia. We throw hands early and often at the milk bar, at McDonald's, at Mickey D's, doing the business at Macca's, anywhere we like to throw hands. And we're throwing hands today in Picado. Now, I've put a gren in there. That's not so much to hit him, it's just to make him think that's where I'm coming in. We come in here, we pull back out, we go back around the corner, then we come back in, and we go back out, come back through. He's completely bamboozled. He's got no idea what's going on. And just that simple extra 20 or 30 seconds worth of work gives you a much better opportunity to get the win. Live, chicken dinner, more rating, more fulfilled life, happiness, longer, fitter, harder, faster, whatever, Radiohead. Here's another example. I'm going to show you a few final circles now, and this is pretty cool. There's someone over there tapping away. I go to heal up and I realise, hey, you're not going to get much more health than this. Just, how about you chuck a smoke gren down? Now I'm going to throw the smoke gren. This is something I do a lot of in Final Circle or in the end of Circle games. I throw the smoke gren. Now I've got to get out of there, but I'm going to wait right towards the end of the clock because the guy that is firing at me is actually directly behind me now. And I'm going to run directly away from him. He's got 7 seconds. There's 3 other people around here somewhere. So if he wants to move and stay within the actual game, he's going to have to move in front of the blue line, and that's going to force him out of his hidey hole. And we now use that blue line to turn it from a situation where I'm pinned down to a situation where he has to come in and gets wrecked. That bloke there actually takes him out. That was ADKZ. The guy that fell down, and we end up winning that game. Now, if I had been an idiot, I might have tried to engage the guy. I might have tried to win the fight and be a brave soldier, and like you see all the idiots that say, oh, you're a coward, you can't, oh, you threw smoke, or whatever. Like, if you want to be the guy that actually comes second a lot, then listen to them because they are real experts at coming second. We don't want to be the guy that comes second a lot. We want to be the guy that comes first a lot. Now, this guy blew my mind. He pushed out into me after I just hit him with like an M24. And then he nearly wrecked me, completely took my head off. So he pulled back really, really quickly. We repair, we revive, we heal the hell up, which is great. Very, very important. We come back out, we splash very, very quickly to make sure that he's not pushing up on us. And then we're just going to gren him. Just because the enemy wants you to engage them in a certain manner and they hold the apples, so to speak, by being in the circle, doesn't mean you have to do exactly what they want to do. And that's a fairly straightforward example. That's nothing special. The next one, I think, is a little more special and a little more important. And I'm going to run you through this one. There's a guy over there with a Mini 14. I don't know where he is, okay? I've got, again, an M24. Got a lot of kills. I've been doing really, really well. But he is well and truly in the ascendancy in that I don't know where he is, but he's definitely probably knows where I am, okay? I've just knocked a guy over here and killed him, and I can't see him. Can't see him. Now, I do see him pop where that bush is right there. You'll see him in a second where that bush is as we pan back across. He pops, but I missed this. And because obviously it's an iPad screen, it's very easy to miss this stuff when you're not ideally looking at it. And he's just popped behind the bush on my left, and he's going to give me a flogging. This is where we're going to use the smoke here offensively because we don't have a choice. He's at the top of the mountain. We're actually just outside the circle. So you're going to see me throw my smoke, but I'm going to throw it to my right and a little bit ahead. What I'm also going to do, and I've slowed this down in case you're wondering why. You're not drunk, you're not on drugs. I've slowed it down. I'm going to throw it ahead, and I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take a lot of time, in fact. I'm not going to be rushed. I'm in a really good spot. If I have to cover a huge field and a lot of open ground, then I'm going to have to kill him. There's no other way around this. Like, he's going to have ideal overlook on me as I push in. So what I'm going to do is move in with the zone line to the little pre-prepared bit of smoke I got. I'm going to lie down. I'm going to swap the 8x scope on my M24 for a 2x scope and put it on the M416, and I'm going to single tap him out of this. I'm going to make sure that I boost before I do it, and then I'm going to very, very calmly put myself in a situation to just move slightly to the left of the smoke. And this is something that you can really do because people are looking at smoke. It's not really clear when you look at the edges of it what there is. Like, it's very hard to tell what is on the edge of this smoke. So I'm going to change the scopes over, switch to single shot. I can still see he's firing. He's just blind firing. And he might get lucky. He might hit me. But he'd be very bloody lucky. We're going to zoom in, get the gun lined up, zoomed in, tap, tap, tap. Thank you. There's our win. And that's just playing it smarter, not harder. And at the end of the day, being smarter than the other guy is important because you're going to meet a lot of players who are better than you in PUBG Mobile. I've met so many players who have cleaned my clock in straight up gunfights that it doesn't matter. Well, I play with 2 thumbs. I don't play with a claw. I don't use a controller. I don't use a keyboard and a mouse. So obviously, I'm behind the 8 ball there straight away. Most of us are. Most of us play in that way as well. So if you can be smart enough to put yourself in an advantage where you get a few free shots to begin the engagement, well, you can win more often than you lose. And that's why I want to make that kind of engagement happen for you, the humans. Make sure you stick around, guys. Make sure you subscribe, please. Make sure you like the videos. We do a lot of Discord streams where I get the patrons in the Discord channels, and we do the custom rooms where people are screaming and jumping and yelling and having a lot of fun. That's a good giggle. If you want to become a patron, patreon.com/thebushka gives you instant access to the Discord channel as well. All that kind of stuff. So yeah, look after yourselves, and until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.